Today I'm at South Cadbury in Somerset at the legendary Hillfort of Camelot. And actually I believe this may be the only hill fort in England that has two wells, let alone two holy wells. So let's go and explore. And on my first part of the trail, the walk-in history of discovery, I'm going to walk on up this track here and just have a look at the extensive views of the hill fort. You can't come here and not do that before I go and look for the wells. I have done a video before on the Hillfort of Arthurian Legend. If you look it up, you'll find that. And this to give you all the information about the Hillfort. But today, I'm specifically, because I've done, I think it was the first person on YouTube to put on a video about where Hillfort people got their water. It's followed by a few after, but what does it matter? And this sort of adds into that. And quite a simple climb up that track. Not too bad at all. This is the Hillfort. And we're going to take this rampart here, walk along there for a little bit before I go searching for these wonderful wells, which will throw up a lot of questions. And the views from up here are always particularly impressive. Lots of other people around enjoying their time. And we're carrying on along here for a bit. Over towards the Somerset levels there. And back towards the east here. Absolutely fantastic. You can't beat that from a hill fort. And just looking down gives you an idea of the ramparts there as well. Well, I've come down in a dip here now, out of the wind as much as possible. And I think it's time to go and look for these two holy wells. Let's go. Well, one thing I hadn't noticed before is that somebody's put a wind chime in this tree here. And it's quite windy, but it's not chiming today. So, should we see what it sounds like? Let's have a look. And the wells that we're going to go and see are King Arthur's holy well and Queen Anne's holy well. I've been to one of them once before, but the other one, I think it will take some finding. Anyway, let's carry on. Coming back off the Hillfort, go back down this track here and head off to the right in a minute. And that will take us up to King Arthur's holy well. Just head off up here towards King Arthur's holy one. It's marked on maps as that. So, and it's probably an 18th century terminology for it, but it's up here. This King Arthur's holy well. Do not let the 17th century, bleak 18th century brickwork, block and stone put you off of thinking this was not an original well. I am sure that it was an original well shaft that was then refurbished during Victorian times. So you have to really put that into that form of context. And it is a proper holy well. Although it looks very small, that's what it is. And the reason that there's no water in it, I don't think there's any water, it wasn't the last time I came. We look down inside, yeah, it's pretty dry as a bone, is that they diverted the water course and put it to pumps and things, and it goes to all the houses. So the water that goes down through here at one stage obviously would have been used within the Hillfort or the Hillfort area. And then once the water was diverted, and used, pumped away like our ever depleting water table, that's what's happened to it. And as we come down here, you never believe it, this is Queen Anne's Well. It's bricked around these days, but was an ornate well. It is a water source, you can see that by all the mud around it. And it's a later, obviously, brick-built structure around it. But this was a wishing well too. So we found two water sources on a hill fort, which we'll consider later. So if you look at that, although we've got a brick-built structure, I'm going to go around this way and have a look at the inside of it, because it is an important thing. Oh, bit slippery and slidey around here, but hell, nothing for Indiana James. Just look at that. This is the water source at this hill fort, and it still has water today, unlike Arthur's holy well. This still has some water. And have a look. And if you look at the back, there's older stones there, and it was mentioned in 1721 as having an alcove of stones, and people later years used it as a wishing well. But the water source that you're looking at here is a holy well, and we can see the original just water coming out of there. Truly incredible into here. So that was a water source. Obviously now a lot of the water table is being taken. These things don't produce as much as they used to, but truly incredible to think we're on the second rampart of Multivillate Hillfort, looking up there, and across here you can see how significant I believe that is. So I know what you're thinking, Queen Anne's Well. Well, it was obviously named after the monarch at the time. But both structures are hiding a significant past. Both structures would have given water to a hill fort, and that is extremely rare. We talk about the chalkfield dew ponds with the clay in them and the water there, and the video I mentioned earlier. But this is truly incredible. Would have been a good source of water for the dwellers of this hill fort, and a hill fort of significant Arthurian legend. Down in amongst the ramparts here, on my way back from seeing these fantastic wells, I've had a fantastic time and a small adventure in history. I hope you've enjoyed it too, and I think we can all learn from these sorts of things. So thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, goodbye.